Hi everyone, welcome again to another Teacher Joseph video clip. This week's lesson is all about me visiting the new library. So just to begin first of all with the pronunciation of this word library, some people do give it the hard R, library, because it's almost impossible when you have two R's in a word to avoid both of them. So you know that British people, we don't like the letter R. When we say words like word, work, France, we really just wish the R would go away. Words like remember, for example. But here with library, because there's two R's, often one of them appears stronger, library. But some people avoid this just by completely softening both. Library. But both are fine. It's the same with that area of London, which is called Marylebone. You often hear people saying Marylebone to avoid the R completely. So, yeah, you'll hear different pronunciations. British people, we really aren't good with the letter R. Okay, so I'm always telling you soften the R's, but with library or library, it's kind of hard to do. So you can expect to hear a harder R sound. Right, it says here, my town decided to move the local public library to a new purpose-built complex around a decade ago. They started work on it in 2020. Yeah, it took them some years to get that organized. Suspended it because of COVID in 2021, and finally unveiled the new building earlier this year in 2024. When I heard about it, I rolled my eyes. Yeah, that's what we do when someone tells us something that we don't really care about. We just go, oh, and our eyes kind of go in a circle. They look up, to the left or right, and then down. That's called rolling our eyes. And it's something your mother might say, oi, don't roll your eyes at me when I'm talking to you. Yeah, so to roll your eyes is when you kind of give that look that says, oh, you know what? I really, really don't care. um, And then it says, but this was not a one-off. Yeah, a one-off is when something is done only once. I wasn't rolling my eyes just once. It's something I do regularly. Let me give you some examples of that. Oh, did you hear the company's giving us a new bonus? Yeah, but it's a one-off. It won't be repeated next year. It's just because the profits are up. Or did you see that new chocolate bar that's in the supermarket? Yeah, I bought you some today, but it's a one-off. I won't be buying that for you again. So just so you know. I bought a new book last week. It's a limited edition uh, of that book. Only a few of them's been printed, so I guess it's a one-off. I won't have this opportunity again. Another example, I'm applying for a new job. Generally, I'm not really looking for a new job, but this came up and I thought, well, I'm definitely going to do it this time, just as a one-off. It's not something I would do every day, applying for a new job. So this was not a one-off. Me rolling my eyes, no, definitely not a one-off. It was my usual response to the local government's affairs. I rarely see eye to eye. To see eye to eye with someone is to agree with them. So I'm saying I rarely see eye to eye, which means I don't agree with them very often. So to see eye to eye with someone means you're on the same page, on the same wavelength, you agree. We'll do one more paragraph. It says here, I had no intention of going to visit the new library, but I was kind of nudged into going. Nudged is push. Okay. I'm not sure if you know this, but did you ever use those machines that you find in the bars? I'm not sure if we still have them in our bars because they're not politically correct anymore. But we used to have amusement arcades, and in pubs we had these machines. You put the money in, you press the button. It had three little windows where you could see pictures of fruits going around. And if you got three oranges, you won a prize and money came back out for you. Yeah, so yeah, they were considered very masculine and fabulous things in the 80s and 90s. I don't think many places have them anymore. But anyway, my point is this. Do you remember if you've ever played those arcade machines, which you find in bars and these things? If you got three lemons, three oranges, three number sevens, you could win a lot of money. But if you only got two, then you won nothing. Yeah, but many of these machines here in the UK had a nudge button. And that meant that if you got two lemons and you could see there was one more lemon in the third window, that if you could only just nudge that down a little bit, then you could get your three lemons aligned and you could win. So to nudge was to bring one of those windows, one of the images in those windows lower to line up your fruits to win. Oh, it sounds much more complex than it actually is. Let me just summarize it. So, those machines that you gamble on had windows. If you got three lemons, you won. Two lemons, you won nothing. But if you were just in that third window, if you could see that the third lemon was just a little bit up, it allowed you to hold the other two pictures of lemons, and then you could use the nudge button to nudge down the third lemon to get your prize. Oh, I wasn't allowed to use them when I was a boy. My parents thought they were evil. Drinking whiskey was fine, but oh no, not using those machines. So anyway, I was kind of nudged into going by a persistent stream of flyers. Persistent stream of flyers. So of course, that's just posters on the lamp posts in my streets. Besides, I'm a little bit nosy. I like my gossip. I wanted to see exactly what was happening. Remembering that I pay taxes to the government, I was curious to see whether I was going to get a buzz out of this latest community project. That just means whether it was going to make me excited. That's to get a buzz, to get a little excitement, to get a buzz out of something. I always get a buzz out of eating chocolate as well, or indeed a bang for my buck. That means to get your money's worth. After all, I'm paying taxes. I want to make sure it's worth my while. I want to make sure I'm going to get a bang for my buck. Something worthwhile with the money I give the government. And that's it from me. So, no time to do motivation today because we're way over time, but we'll maybe pick up on that tomorrow. Okay, there we are. Enjoy your day. Bye.